The present perfect continuous tense is used to emphasize the duration or ongoing nature of an action that began in the past and has continued up until the present. It is often used to talk about actions or situations that have been happening recently or have a temporary or unfinished nature. Structure of present perfect continuous tense. Positive. Example. She has been working here for 5 years. Negative. Example. They have not been studying for the exam. Question. Example. Has he been working all day? Situational applications of the present perfect continuous tense. 1. Actions or situations that started in the past and are still continuing. The present perfect continuous often emphasizes the duration of an ongoing activity that began in the past and is still happening now. Example. I have been reading this book for 2 hours. The action, reading, started in the past, has continued for 2 hours, and is still happening at the time of speaking. Context. You may be in the middle of reading the book when someone asks you about it, and you're explaining how long it has been since you started. Example. She has been working at the company since 2010. Explanation. She began working at the company in 2010 and continues to work there now. Context. This sentence emphasizes the ongoing nature of her work at the company. 2. Temporary actions or states. The present perfect continuous is used for actions or situations that are temporary, rather than permanent. Example. I have been feeling a bit tired lately. Explanation. The feeling of tiredness started recently and has continued up until now, but it is temporary. Context. You might be explaining to a friend why you are not as energetic as usual. Example. They have been staying with us while their house is being renovated. Explanation. The action of staying with you is temporary and will end once their house is ready. Context. This explains a temporary situation where their stay is a result of an ongoing situation, house renovation. 3. Ongoing actions with visible results or consequences. This tense is useful when talking about actions that are ongoing and have visible effects on the present moment. Example. He has been running for over an hour, and now he's exhausted. Explanation. The running started in the past and is still continuing, and as a result, he is tired. Context. You may observe him and comment on the visible result of his running. Example. They have been painting the walls all afternoon, and the room looks great now. Explanation. The painting action has been happening over a period of time, and the result, a newly painted room, is now visible. Context. You are commenting on the ongoing work and its visible impact. 4. Actions happening frequently or repeatedly in a period of time. The present perfect continuous can also indicate actions that have been happening repeatedly or frequently within a period leading up to the present. Example. I have been calling you all day, but you haven't answered. Explanation. The action of calling has been happening repeatedly throughout the day. Context. You're frustrated or just informing someone that you've been trying to reach them multiple times today. Example. She has been coming to this cafe every day for the past month. Explanation. The action of coming to the cafe has been happening frequently, and it started in the past and continues into the present. Context. You're describing her habit of visiting the cafe regularly over a month. 5. Actions with a focus on how long. The present perfect continuous is often used with for, a duration of time, and since, a point in time, to emphasize the length of time that an action has been happening. Example. We have been waiting for you since 3 p.m. Explanation. The action, waiting, started at 3 p.m. and continues to the present moment. Context. This might be said to explain why you are frustrated or impatient after waiting for a long time. Example. He has been working on this project for 6 months. Explanation. The action of working on the project started 6 months ago and is still ongoing. Context. You're describing the duration of his work on the project, which could be to emphasize his commitment or effort. 6. To express annoyance with repeated actions. The present perfect continuous can sometimes carry a nuance of irritation or frustration about an action that has been happening repeatedly. Example. You've been complaining about your job all week. Explanation. The person has been complaining repeatedly throughout the week, and the speaker may be expressing frustration with this. Context. This could be said in a conversation where one person is repeatedly talking negatively about their work. Example. They have been arguing non-stop since they arrived. Explanation. The arguing started when they arrived and has been ongoing. Context. This might be said when someone is tired of hearing the argument or wants it to stop. Key differences between present perfect and present perfect continuous tense. 1. Emphasis. The present perfect emphasizes the result of the action. Example: she has finished her work. Result: the work is now complete. The present perfect continuous emphasizes the duration or ongoing nature of the action. Example: she has been working for 2 hours. Focus on the duration of the work, and the work is still happening. 2. Use of verbs. The present perfect is often used with stative verbs, verbs that describe a state rather than an action, like know, believe, own. The present perfect continuous is used with action verbs, verbs that describe actions, like run, read, work. Example: present perfect, I have known her for years. Example: present perfect continuous, I have been knowing her for years. Incorrect: know is a stative verb, so present perfect is used instead of continuous. Time expressions often used with the present perfect continuous. 4. Duration of time: for 2 hours, for weeks, 4 years. Since, starting point: since Monday, since 2005, since 9 a.m. Lately or recently, in recent times, I have been feeling better lately. Since and for are both used to talk about time, but they are used in different ways. Here's a breakdown of their usage. 1. Since. Since is used to refer to a specific point in time when an action or event started. It is typically used with a specific date, time, or event. Example: I have lived here since 2010. The point in time when I started living here is 2010. She has been working at the company since Monday. The point in time is Monday. Usage: since is followed by a specific moment or period in time, a year, month, day, or event. 2. For. For is used to refer to duration of time, how long something has been happening. It expresses the length of time. Example: I have lived here for 10 years. The duration of time is 10 years. She has been working at the company for 3 days. The duration is 3 days. Usage: for is followed by a period of time, hours, days, months, years. Summary of usage. Since, used with a specific point in time, since 2000, since Monday. For, used with a period of time, for 5 hours, for 2 weeks. Examples in context: I have known her since 2015. The specific point in time is 2015. I have known her for 9 years. The duration of time is 9 years.